Well, this week for our Golden Apple, we went to a personal finance class at Brainerd High School. A local credit union teaches BHS seniors about bankings, credit cards, loans, and leases, the importance of saving. As Scott Sheehan tells us, the once-a-week class is preparing the seniors for next year's life on their own.
Learning how to plan their financial future. A local credit union helps Brainerd High School students learn every week about their personal finances.
The issues that we see at the credit union are usually when they're adults and they get into trouble. If we can get them at that age 17, 18 and teach them just a few things.
And we just saw stuff, credit cards, credit scores, rent, applications, all this big stuff, big people stuff that are not being covered, and we wanted to find a way to do it.
The students are learning what a credit score is and does, the importance of needs versus wants, and how to apply for a loan or a lease on a car or a new home, and the satisfaction of saving.
A lot of them have never had a budget. They get an allowance from their parents. If they run out of money, they go back to their parents and say, I need more money. For many of them, that's not going to happen in September of next year. So for them to say, I maybe need to save some more money this summer while I work, versus just hanging out.
The kids say playing little games like the ones with these pennies is a fun way to learn about budgeting for next year in college and for the real world.
Seeing how you have to pull from places you don't want to pull money from if you get cut on money or if you spend a little too much.
Hard thing to learn about. I mean, spending money, especially on like insurance, I think is probably the hardest part. How that's going to affect how I'm going to be living and spending money on food.
The class is helping students prepare for life on their own. They play little savings games and create future scenarios like life with a roommate and what happens if you lose your job to help them prepare for next year's college life.
I have them pair up as roommates. So now they can pool their money together. And then they start to realize, well, I want cable, well, I don't. Well, who pays for that? And these are all the questions that you have when you're budgeting and when you're budgeting with another person.
It was just weird thinking about, like, you know, especially the healthcare and the food, and mom's not going to be there anymore, and I'm going to have to find a way to budget that money and figure things out on my own.
Carlson helps students learn about their personal finances in 6 different school districts. Brainerd High School has been teaching their students about personal finance for almost 10 years, even before it was a state requirement, to make sure their students graduate on the right financial foot. Scott Sheehan, Lakeland News.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.